What's going on, guys? It's your boy Adjen back again for another Outerplane video. And for today, it's time to expose Regina's weaknesses. Yes, even though Regina is a top tier character, a top tier DPS, she hits really hard. She still has some flaws and weaknesses. And to fully expose her weaknesses, you need to fully understand her skill set first before we can talk about her weaknesses. So, especially her passive skill, the skill 2, it's checkmate. This is what makes Regina really interesting. And also, if you don't understand her skill 2, you might not be able to counter attack her. So we have here it's checkmate. This is a passive skill for Regina. Grants 2 stacks of Regina's world at the start of the battle. So Regina's world is a buff that cannot be stripped. Take note on that one. It cannot be stripped, but it can be you can reduce the number of stacks if you are able to hit Regina before she takes her turn. So greatly reduces damage taken from enemies that are not guaranteed increased accuracy. As you can see, this one is already telling you that for you to be able to deal damage to Regina, if she has a Regina's world, you need your character to have an increased accuracy buff. There are characters that can do this one, like Cindy and also Charlotte. So those are notable characters to remember in countering Regina, because that is one of her main weaknesses. When evading an enemy's attack, reduces the cooldown of the show must go on by 1 turn. This is their skill 3. Counterattacks and increase evasion of the caster for 1 turn when attacked. Damage dealt increases proportion to the caster's evasion. So with her skill 2, she is guaranteed to counterattack and increase evasion one time only. This is a one time only because this one has a skill cooldown. As you can see, it has a 2 turns cooldown. So every 3 or 2 turns, she will be able to have a counterattack and an increase in evasion. The increase in evasion is pretty good because this one increases evasion by 50%. But you're not going to be building Regina with evasion unless you want to build Regina as an evasion character. But I don't think that is a really good build for her right now. But I think that one will work out pretty well in RTA. But RTA is already gone. Even though we have some friendly matches, I checked the arena earlier. You can have some friendly matches. I was really surprised by that one. But you can test out Regina during those friendly matches if you want. But right now, in regular arena, the evasion build is not really recommended in my honest opinion. I'm not going to be recommending that kind of build. The best build for Regina right now is a speed DPS build, because you want to make to have her take her turn before she gets knocked out. And that is one of her weaknesses that we will be talking about later on. Her skill 3 is really strong. After attacking, grants 2 stacks of Regina's world. Decreases the stack count of Regina's world when hit, removes all buffs from the targets, and ignores 30% of the target's defense. So this one has a penetration skill, just like the one from Diaste, but Diaste is AoE attack. This one is single target attack, but nonetheless, this one still hits really hard. It also has some evasion scaling from the damage, but other scaling damage are kinda meh in this game. So it's still better if you want to build her as a pure DPS to just raise her attack, critical chance, and critical damage, something like that. Do not just focus on raising her evasion, because if she has low attack stat, the damage will still not be that good. Even though she has if you build her with high evasion, the damage will still be poop. That is why if you will see my stats here, I have 4.1k attack for my Regina, and this one can one-shot Demi-Drakan, 6-star Demi-Drakan. It's really strong. Now, let us talk about her weaknesses. What are her main weaknesses? So, one of her main weaknesses is that you need to build a team around Regina. She cannot stand on her alone. Unlike in the case of Diaste. Diaste versus Regina. Which one is way more OP? Of course, Diaste. Why? because Diaste can fit in any team build you want. She can stand on her own. You don't really need to build a team around Diaste. She works perfectly fine because of her self-revive, and also priority pushes herself when she dies, when she revives. That one is really strong. That is very much OP. That is why no one wants to fight Diaste in arena. That is why she is always instant ban. But in the case of Regina, she does not have that kind of kit. But even though she has some kind of protection, you still need to build a team around her for her to do her thing, her S3, her attacks. Because if she cannot take a turn or she cannot take an attack, she will just die. And that's why I don't recommend building her with evasion, because that kind of build is going to be really slow. And there are a lot of fast characters in arena, especially in the case of Dahlia, Alice, Valentine, Notia. Those kind of team formation are really against Regina if you're not building a team around her. Another weakness of Regina is that if you understand Regina's world buff, this one, if you attack her without the increased accuracy, your damage is only going to be single digit damage, like 1, 2, 5. It will not go beyond the normal damage that you see in any character. But if you have the increased accuracy buff, Regina will take damage. And since Regina is a mage are mostly very squishy, she will die. Even though she has some form of evasion, if your evasion does not proc, she will die. Those characters that can counter that one is Charlotte and also Cindy. I think Mero also can have some accuracy buff. This one, yes, Mero has an increased accuracy buff. So there are a lot of counters already for Regina. So Mero can buff the accuracy. Charlotte also can buff accuracy with her skill 3 here. And then Cindy, if you are really on tight of a budget character, you don't have Charlotte, you don't have Mero, but still you have Cindy. Cindy is able to buff your team's accuracy here. Where is it? No, not this one. This one. Increase attack and accuracy. So yes, those characters really counters Regina. Especially those are really fast characters. Those are openers. And if they already have those type of buffs, Regina is not going to protect herself with her Regina's world buff. Another counter to Regina is just cleave her. Yes, a fast cleave attack against Regina is one of the best counter to her. Like for example, I don't really have this one, something like this one, like Miyokage here. This one is trying to strip my Regina maybe, because fast cleave attack can cancel out Regina's world, right? So Regina's world disappears every time she gets hit. So if she does not have any more Regina's world buff, she will get hit and she will just die. Unlike in the case of Diaste, when Diaste dies, she revives by herself unless she is killed by Demidrakan, and then Diaste can just AoE cleave attack the enemy. Regina cannot do that one, even though Regina can have some guaranteed counter attack. That one can still do some damage to the enemy, but that one is only a single target enemy, and after that one she will just die by the enemy if she does not get a turn. So yeah, those are the weaknesses of Regina. 1, you need a team build around her. 2, there are a lot of characters that can buff the increased accuracy buff to the enemy, to the whole team, like Mero, Cindy, and then Charlotte. And then 3, she can get cleave. I'm really excited for RTA when RTA comes to test out Regina there, because usually in RTA you can ban characters that can counter your character, right? But here in the case of normal arena, you cannot do that one. So it's pretty saturated by meta characters. But still, Regina reigns supreme against those characters because she's very, very strong, very, very powerful. You can control the fights. You can just pick out the matches that fits with your team build. So yeah, but in RTA, you cannot do that one. It's what do you call this? It's a battle of the minds, which what makes RTA really, really good. So yeah, that is all about for today's video, guys. I was not able to make a video yesterday because I was touching a lot of grass because it's payday. Yeah, and I think that's it for me for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it if you could help me grow my channel more. And thank you to everyone who are supporting my channel. I appreciate every one of you. Until next time, peace.